Canva Magic Write uses the power of AI to take a prompt and turn it into text. You can use Magic Write in any Canva design that involves text. You can find it on your homepage by clicking on the Magic Studio tab and trying out Magic Write. You can also create a design like this document I created to try out Magic Write. Again, you can use Magic Write in any design where you are using text. So now in my doc, Canva will always start you out with this kind of quote that isn't really there. It's just, it's in every single doc that you start to create in Canva. But to add magic here, I'm going to click the plus sign and I'm going to use Magic Write. And a box will pop up. And now I need to create my prompt for Magic Write. So it has to be 5 or more words. And the more specific I am, the more specific Canva is going to get for me with Magic Write. So I'm going to keep it pretty vague just to start. And I'm going to ask Canva to write me one paragraph about the stock market. And then I'm going to go generate. And in a few seconds, Canva will generate, using AI, just a basic paragraph on the stock market. If I click here, I can use Magic Write again to add a second paragraph, or I can merely highlight what it is already written for me and click on Magic Write again. Because what I can do is I can click the continue writing button and it will give me more about the stock market. I'm going to select everything to show you a few things and then go back to my Magic Write. If I'm not liking what I'm getting, I can rewrite. I also have the option to summarize text. I can make it more fun. So right now you're thinking, okay, the topic is the stock market. How fun could it be? If I click the more fun button, it will change the tone of the writing to be more, I guess, personable, just less formal. And you can kind of see here the secret stock market recipe. It's all about the good old law of supply and demand. So you'll notice the tone of the writing has changed, which is quite interesting. Now I can actually, let's select this particular paragraph and click on Magic Write. If I wanted to, let's actually go back to this one, this good old one. If I wanted to make that more formal, I click the more formal button and it will actually take this paragraph and change it and make it a little bit more formal. So depending on which one I liked, I could just delete that one and use the more formal one. And then finally, if I go to Magic Write here, there is an option to sprinkle fairy dust and fix spelling, which is excellent. But sprinkle fairy dust is just kind of a fun feature that takes the paragraph and just makes it into a very fancifully written paragraph. So the arcane art of stock market mastery unveils itself through the sacred tenet of supply and demand. Now let's say we highlight everything and we want a summary paragraph. So if I click summarize, Magic Write is going to generate just a final summary paragraph for me that kind of sums up all of the paragraphs that it's already written for me. So Magic Write will essentially take anything that, any prompt, five or more words, and turn it into a written paragraph or piece, depending on what prompts you give it. And you'll notice that even where you started, you can kind of evolve and take the writing to a different tone, a different amount of words. You can check spelling and you can just go in and do your own thing and edit and change and add your own flair to what's already been created for you. So aside from just the absolute power of being able to take 5 words prompted to explain and roll out an entire text based on that, how could you make this work for you as a teacher? Well, you can actually ask Magic Write to create assignments for students. So I'm going to go into Magic Write and I'm going to ask Magic Write to create an assignment for my 10th grade students. Let's do a writing assignment that will allow them to show me what they have learned about the stock market. And then I'm going to generate this. And here we are. So Magic Write will generate the assignment title, so stock market analysis and investment proposal. Give me an assignment description, some instructions. Select a publicly traded company that interests you. Research and gather information about the company's background, financial performance, recent news, and stock market trends. Submission guidelines, some grading criteria. Have fun with this assignment and remember to think like a stock market expert. So just in that 3 seconds, I gave Magic Write that prompt and it created an assignment for my students. And even if this isn't perfect, it at least gets me started with an idea for an assignment and kind of gets me moving in the right direction. So the more information I give it in my prompt, the more specific the result will be. So just some ideas. Start thinking about how you could use this in your planning, how you could use this with your students. Um, it's a fine line too when we're thinking of AI and writing and how we want our students to use this. But as far as teaching goes, think how you could integrate this and use this quick tool, super time-saving tool in your own practice.